Hi, welcome to this brief video about making the first day count here at FRCC. My name is Megan.
And I'm Sarah, and we're on the math faculty at Larimer campus.
We wanted to give you guys a few ideas that you can use the first day of class to help students feel more of a part of your learning community. One idea is to send a welcome email to students prior to the semester. Examples that you might include in this email is really brief.
So this could show things that you might need on the first day, materials that you expect your students to have right away. I like to send this out before the semester starts, and the beauty to that is that they have access to this before they have access to your D2L shell. So they can read this email ahead of time over the weekend, prepare themselves with their materials, and be really ready to go and confident on that first day. It's also a nice way to just introduce yourself to your class.
Another quick activity is having students make a name tag as soon as they come into class. Not only do you get to learn the student's name, but it also helps other students meet classmates that they're going to be working with in the semester. You might want to include a fun personal fact on the inside of the name tag just to help you make a better connection with your student.
I really like doing this because then as class is going, I can walk around and make a one-on-one contact with each of my students. And while I might not have a lot of information about the fun fact they've shared, maybe I can use that as an opportunity to ask more questions of them. I could say, "Oh, really? How was that vacation? Tell me more about it." Or maybe it's something I really do have something in common with them, and I can use that time to actually say, "Oh, I love that movie too. I saw that over break also." Or, "Oh, you have a dog? I have a dog also." And just to really make a connection. And then that way I get time with each of my students really briefly and just to let them know that I care that they're there and maybe we can find some common ground.
Another great idea is to share just some brief information about yourself. We like to make a quick slide with some of our interests that you can include where you went to school, maybe your favorite number, your pets, your hobbies and activities outside of class. And students then can kind of see that you are, in fact, an actual person outside of class, and maybe they can make a connection with you.
And when I do this, I like to share as many different interests as I can about myself. I like to be authentic. I don't want to just make up things for the sake of trying to reach a lot of students, but I like to share a lot of different interests. So while I like math, I also like sports. So I'll throw that in. I like to go to Comic-Con, and I like comic books. So I'll throw that in. Maybe the books we like to read, activities, I like to go fishing, and hopefully by the time I've said my short introduction, everybody in class found something that maybe they can relate to.
It's also important to let students know about all of the available resources here at FRCC. Not only do we have the Math Help Center, but we also have the Disability Support Center. We also have the food bank. We also have counseling service. All of these available resources that students may not need in the beginning, but they might need later on in the semester.
I found that saying this on the first day really lets students know that you're invested in their well-being and you're invested in their success. So I offer, here's a time I can meet with my office hours, and here are other resources if that time doesn't work for you. That way students see that I do care that they're getting the help they need throughout the semester. And that's good to say on the first day, as well as reminders throughout the semester too.
Another great activity is to have students either jot down a bunch of information, say about a particular topic you're going to talk about on the first day, or it could even be something as simple as, talking about something that they did over the break that they're really excited about or proud of. One example that we might use in the math classroom would be to write down everything you know about graphing, and then they can turn and talk to a neighbor about all of the information that they know about graphing.
And this is a great way for students to meet someone in class and make a connection. I like to do low-risk questions to start off. That could be something about, how was your break? Something that everyone can find some common ground on without having to worry about the pressure of maybe not knowing the right answer. There's no right answer to what do you know about graphing. There's a lot of answers. And just because you didn't think of something, maybe your neighbor did. And so it's a really just kind of low-stress way for students to make connections in the classroom with their peers. And then hopefully, maybe they'll even make a friend on that very first day, someone that they're comfortable communicating with throughout the rest of the semester.
Finally, it's really helpful to get to know your students on a personal level. One activity that we like to use, and this can be done a variety of ways, is to have students draft a math autobiography. They can include any pertinent information that you need to know, maybe about their learning styles or their preferences in a math classroom, but it also gives them a chance to explain any history that you may need to know to help you be a better teacher to them. This can be a formal document, or this could just be a quick few sentence activity at the end of class on that first week or during that first week to help you get a better sense of your student.
And I like to do this in a couple different ways. This semester I'm trying something new. I'm actually going to make a document as a homework assignment that encourages my students to search through D2L. So it's going to say information such as where is the Math Help Center, where is my office located, but then it goes so far as to have them actually explore through my D2L class. So question 6 asks what is the title of the folder where they access their online homework. Now, while doing this document, they'll have to find that information out. And I've embedded that idea of a autobiography at the end where I'm just saying, hey, send me a quick email, 5 to 10 sentences that just tell me how you're feeling about this class, anything I need to know about your learning. And this is helpful not only right away to read, but later on in the semester, if we notice the students having a situation where maybe they're just not acting like themselves, we can read that and maybe there's something in there that reminds us that they might need a little extra assistance or something's going on in their personal life. It's just a nice way to reach out and make that connection on that first day. And again, let the students know we're excited they're here and that we care about them succeeding in our classes. And this doesn't just have to go to math. Obviously, we're both in the math world, so our examples were all math related, but you could make this easily transferable to a lot of different contents on our campus. So those are just a couple ideas, and again, the nice thing about these ideas is that these can all be really quick activities that aren't taking away from the content that you may want to get right into on that first day. I know personally, I want to teach math on that first day, and I want students talking about math on the first day, but I don't want to scare them away. So I also want to make it a welcoming environment while still getting my content involved. And so a lot of these things can happen. I can walk around and read their personal facts maybe while they're having a conversation with neighbors. I can share about myself briefly at the beginning, but then maybe while I'm walking around, a student asks me more about that. Oh, you like to fish? Tell me about that. And so it's just, again, it builds that really a strong community. And that's what we're here for, is to make that learning community and to support our students from the very first day on.
We hope you like these ideas, and thank you for watching.
Bye.